We are pleased to be back at Sturgis Brown High School and visiting with their activities director, Todd Palmer. And Todd, Black Hills TV wants to tell you thank you because you were the first one that embraced us. And you, in fact, back in August, you invited us to your coaches meeting, and then you were actually the first interview we did.
Well, thank you for supporting Scooper athletics and activities, and there's always looking out for new platforms to tell our story, like we talked about at that coaches meeting that evening, and we just appreciate your help in enabling us to do that.
Of course, we're in that transition period between the fall sports and winter, and then of course you've got a big fundraiser coming up too. But first, let's kind of recap the fall sports.
Yeah, the fall sports roundup are winding up. We just finished up with football last week. A heartbreaking loss here at home. First playoff game that the Scoopers have hosted since 2008, so it was a pretty big deal in the community. We had a nice crowd that evening, even though it was really cold and Halloween, and but it was fun to watch. It was a fun game to watch. Sorry that the Scoopers lost, but I think we are in the right direction. We're trending in the right direction in that situation. Cross country finished up, and also dance and cheer finished up a couple of weeks before that with their state competitions. The cross country boys had a really nice showing at the state. I believe the team finished 9th, and we had a couple of medalists at that as well. The girls are young, and we're building. We brought some young middle school runners up late in the season, which really solidified our program and our team. And we look forward to having those girls back next year. So we should have a couple of strong teams next year in cross country. Cheer and dance also finished up that same weekend up in Aberdeen at the state competition. I really felt, and of course I'm probably not the best dance and cheer expert out there, but I really felt like the girls did a great job of performing at the state competition, and that's really what you want to do, is you want to perform your best at the end of the year.
One thing we've really learned here at Black Hills TV is those kids with cheer and dance, they're athletes. It takes a lot to do what they do.
Oh, no question about it. It takes a lot of time and it takes a lot of commitment by the athletes to get those routines down, and takes a lot of athleticism, a lot of strength. You take a look at the number of injuries that take place in cheerleading, and it's just an evidence as to the physicalness of the competition. So the girls did well. I think both coaches were very excited about where they ended. We don't necessarily compare ourselves to some of the more top-notch programs in the state, just because we don't have all the amenities that they have right at this point in time. But as long as we're getting better and we perform the best that we can at the state meet, we're happy.
You know, Todd, I don't know if there's a high school in South Dakota that has a better wrestling tradition.
Well, that's true. Coach Kessler established that back in the 90s and in the early 2000s, and we still continue to this day. I think last year was the first year in a number of years that we were not on the podium bringing home a plaque from the state wrestling tournament. We were a little young last year. Maybe could have wrestled a little better in the state tournament than what we did. We had a really tough round on Saturday, and that kind of knocked us out of bringing home a plaque. But all those kids are back. They're hungry. They're getting ready to ramp it up. They'll start next Monday, a week from today, with their first practice. So, wrestling is definitely a tradition, and we want to take that culture that Coach Kessler developed in his wrestling program, which created the success that they had, and spread that amongst all of our programs.
And basketball starting up soon in December.
That is correct. Yeah, basketball will start up the Monday right after Thanksgiving, which is always good because you can run all that turkey off that you ate over the weekend. But those coaches are busy now with the interim here in between seasons, with running open gyms and some workouts and things of that nature, trying to get the kids up and running and ready to go for the first day of practice.
You coordinate activities too for like a band and chorus and things like that?
Yeah, I'm the activities director. A lot of times when an individual is referred to me as the athletic director, I correct them very quickly and make sure that they understand that.
Activities cover a lot of things.
Yeah, they cover a lot of things, and we're proud of that. You know, you talk about the tradition and the strength of the wrestling program. One other program that comes to mind that is very strong and has a lot of tradition is our debate program. They've in the past 2 years sent individuals to the national debate competition. Coach Eric Johnson is our advisor there, and he has a great group of kids, large group of kids, and you know, it's just a testament to the program's success and what they're able to accomplish. And another program that kind of piggybacks off of that is our oral intern program. They're right in the midst of their season right now. They'll be finishing up. Their state competition is the first weekend in December down in Yankton, so they'll be traveling down there. And we've been having a good season with that as far as going around to the local competitions and bringing home some hardware from each of the competitions. Some other fine arts activities that we have going on right now. Our Knowledge Bowl will be wrapping up here within the next couple of weeks with their championships. It's not a state championship. It's not an activity that is actually sponsored by the Activities Association, but nonetheless we have a league here in the southern and the northern Black Hills, and then one Saturday here in mid-November now it is, I guess. They get together and they have their championship, so that'll be coming up soon. We just sent 12 individuals over to Sioux Falls over the Halloween holiday weekend to participate in All-State Chorus, and they performed extremely well. Mrs. Lofton, who is our choral director, does a great job with the choral chorus and has established very high standards in which the kids are working hard to reach. She's also happens to be one of our drama directors as well, along with Sean Tara Kennedy, and they're getting ready for their fall performance, which is coming up next week. So that's coming up quickly. They have 3 performances next Friday and Saturday, and so I encourage everybody in Sturgis to come out and take a look at that. That'll be in the theater and the community center downtown. So
nice.
A lot of stuff going on. It seems like it would slow down after the sports get done, but that's just when other activities kick in.
And Todd, you got a big fundraiser coming up too.
We do. You know, money's always an issue, and one of the things that we did last year when I first took over was, and it was already in the works before I took over, but we bought a fully automated camera that hangs in the gym that's right behind us here in West Gym, and basically it's all controlled by a computer. It runs over the NFHS network, and all of our activities that are in West Gym are televised or live streamed over that platform. And to make it free for all of our fans in Scooper State, it takes $3,000 a year to do that. And so what we are doing this Friday, November 15th, is we are doing a little fundraiser. We have a dueling piano group coming in, and
nice.
Those are always fun, you know, and so it'll be an exciting evening, and we still have tickets available. They can call us here at the activities office if they are interested in tickets. It's $200 for a table, $50 for a couple, or $30 for an individual. And like I said, we still have some space available. We've had a great response to it. We've had almost 30 tables sold. We're like 28, 29 tables spoken for or sold at this point in time. So it's going to be a great night. It's going to be fun. If you've ever taken in a dueling pianos event, you know that they're fun, and we're looking forward to it.
Yeah, it should be a great fundraiser.
Absolutely, and it's going to enable us again to make all of our live streaming free to all of our fans, all of the Scooper fans, and it was earlier this morning I was doing an interview on one of the radio stations, and you know, it's amazing how you get messages on social media from somebody that's a Scooper fan in Florida or Washington or Maryland, you know, and they're able to get back in connection with Sturgis Brown High School because of that live streaming, and that's what we want to do.
Yeah, our videos go all over too.
Absolutely, everybody watches them. That's right.
That's right. Yeah.
Exactly.
Todd Palmer, folks, right here at Sturgis Brown High School, and Todd, we're appreciative appreciate you again for joining us on Black Hills TV.
Well, thanks, Dwight. We appreciate your help in spreading the word, and just appreciate all the support that you're giving everybody in the Black Hills. You know, just that exposure for a lot of programs does a lot. So thank you.
Okay.
You bet.